When you hear the term shipping, what comes to your mind? Palace. Painful. We actually heard it quite a lot of times. I think those are great answers. For me, shipping means mailing. And I remember my first mailing experience when I was in my grade school years, when my grade school teacher taught me how to mail a letter. I started by writing a letter, putting it in an envelope, writing an address on it, putting a postage, put it into a mailbox, and it would just go to the other person in a few days. I find this really interesting because I wasn't knowing how that was being done, how something can be moved from one place to the other. I also remember I had a thought of putting an address on my shirt, jumping into a mailbox, and hopefully it would bring me to Disneyland to meet Mickey and Donald. And luckily, the mailbox was too small for me to get in. Or else, I might not be able to talk to you here today. To me, shipping from that experience is magical, and it works. That is exactly the same vision that we have here at eBay when we are building our eBay shipping platform. We know there's no magic, but we will be providing a seamless and frictionless experience for all of you here to be able to fulfill your shipping needs, to empower your business. Good afternoon, I'm Samuel Au. I'm from the eBay shipping product development team here. I'm a manager in the team, but I started as an engineer years ago. In my heart, I am still an engineer. I remember when I was starting my career, I was working on a project which was attempting to create the first online travel agency before the Expedia's time. I needed to integrate with really complex legacy systems, which is difficult to understand, it's not intuitive, and it took a lot of time for me to actually write any code with that. And that attempt actually failed to become the first online travel agency. From that experience, I learned that, and I believe in building a system which is clean, simple, easy to use. And those are principles that we have been putting into building our eBay shipping platform. On the slide right here, there's one more manager, Chetan Narayang, who is my fellow manager in the shipping team here at eBay. But he will not be able to come here today because he's not feeling well. I would like to thank him for helping me to put together this presentation. And he has a lot of good inputs to provide me, to allow me to be doing this today here. And also wish him to be recovering real soon. Thanks, Chetan. Today, I'm going to be talking about the eBay shipping platform. We are going to be building an end-to-end solution to empower your business. And I'm going to get to the points how we are going to be getting there. We would like to build a world where seller just sells, buyer just buys, and ship just happens. Yes, ship just happens. And don't get me wrong. And we are going to be empowering our platform through 3 flagship services. And they are the shipping recommendation services, the postage printing services, and the tracking and notification services. I'm going to talk about these 3 main services throughout the next 20-30 minutes. And actually, for today's breakout session, I believe we call it Fun and Commerce with Shipping APIs. We would like to live up to the standard of being fun, and we would like to talk about commerce right here on stage. As such, we are going to be attempting a live demo here. which when I talked to my coworkers at work, they told me I'm just too brave to be doing a live demo here. But I think it will be making it more fun. That's why I'm trying to do it. Hopefully it will work. What more I would like to do next is I would need someone from the audience to help me with this demo, because we would like to do a transaction from selling to buying to shipping. And if Chayton was here, we would be playing both the buyer and seller role. Since he's not here today, I would need someone to be helping me to do a demo. Anyone who would like to volunteer to come here on stage with me to do the demo? Wow. Yes, quite a lot of people who are so excited about this as much as me. Actually, I forgot a few requirements. I would need someone who has an iPhone, which works, which is preloaded with eBay mobile app, PayPal mobile app, and also who is willing to buy this computer from me today right here on stage. This is MacBook Pro, 15.4 inch. I think it costs maybe around $1,000. Any volunteer? Wow, this gentleman, I think you're very brave as much as me. Please come on stage. Okay, so please come right here. May I have your name, please?
Roy.
Roy. Oh, actually, I need to give you a mic. Here you go.
Hello.
So, can you say your name again, please?
Roy.
Roy, okay. Welcome to the stage. And so, before we start, I would need to do one thing. Since we are doing a demo here for this session, we have been building applications just for this demo purpose, and this is not live in production yet. As such, we will need to load the latest software onto your iPhone so that we can do the demo successfully. Are you willing to do it?
Okay.
Okay, so let me start it right away. And while I'm trying to load new software to Mr. Roy's iPhone, I would like to ask him a few questions. Okay, it's running right now. So, do you mind sharing what you do?
I'm a freelance developer.
Okay, and I am sure you would like to get something out of this conference. And for us, we would like to know what you might want to get out of this particular session. Do you mind sharing that with us too?
Sure. So I'm trying to do some tools and interested in learning about eBay and PayPal APIs.
Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. And so you said you are a freelance engineer?
Yep.
And I think I might want to talk to you afterwards and see what kind of things. Maybe I can get your resume after this. So we'll see if I can get you into working for eBay.
Sure.
Looks like your iPhone is done. And do you mind showing that you also have the PayPal app here as well?
Yeah. This is my PayPal.
Okay.
It's logged in. And,
great. You have everything that is needed. And again, this is a used MacBook Pro computer. I would guess this would cost around $800 out there. Would you be willing to pay for this?
No, I don't have that much money.
What? Oh,
I don't have that much money. I can't pay.
We don't have too much time left. Let me make a deal with you. How about I sell this to you for $20?
I don't want to pay $20 for the cover.
How much time do you have? Okay, I think I'm too late. Let me do this. I'm going to put $20 up right here to pay for whatever you're going to pay for. Okay. After the demo.
Okay.
You can get $20.
Okay. So I pay with my PayPal and.
Yes, yes. So to make sure that this goes smooth. So then you'll be able to get this, which is just a box, not a computer, for $20. Okay? All right. So I think we are all ready. So before we start, I would like to share with the audience how the whole flow would work. So we are going to do a 10-minute transaction right here on stage. We're going to sell, to buy, to ship an item, and deliver the item to the buyer on stage within 10 minutes. And some of you who might have been using eBay before might find that that's impossible because listing an item would take 30 minutes. So we are going to make it work right there, right in front of you, and we are taking a chance of something might not work. So we'll try our best. And within the whole flow, as I said, there were 3 parts. The listing part of it, the shipping part of it, and after the shipping part, how both buyer and seller would know the whole process. So I'm going to share with you how shipping enables the whole transaction right here. So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. So I'm going to first do the listing part, and I'm going to just do a quick scan of the UPC code right here. Okay, listing an item. So let me see if I could put this, let me just scan the barcode right here. Okay. Let me switch it. So can everyone see it well? Okay. So after scanning the barcode of the UPC code of this product, eBay listing application prefills all the right product information about this computer, the Apple MacBook Pro 15.4-inch laptop. And it even has a stock picture being loaded for me, and it has all the product information right here. And let me put in a condition right here, which is used. And I'm going to sell this for $20 right now. And let me go down there and see what else I need to fill. And here is the shipping service that is being recommended by the engine behind the scene. That actually I do not need to pick from a bunch of different shipping services. And it actually tells me how much roughly it would cost me based on where the seller is going to be residing at. And if I want to add new services, I actually can still do that. But the service is being pre-populated for me in advance. Okay, so let me click continue. And let me list the item right here. Okay. And so I think after I click list, there will be an item number being shown, and I only want Roy to see the number. So I'm going to pull this away from here, and I'm going to show Roy the item ID right here. So it is,
Search.
yes, this is right here. This is the number. Okay, you got it. Okay, and please go ahead and use your eBay app to buy the item and pay for it for $20.
Okay. Okay. Paid.
So it's already paid?
Yeah, I just paid.
Let me check. Okay. Yes, let me get into my eBay and see that, okay, this is the sold item. Let me show you this. Actually, let's make sure this is the right item.
It says it's paid.
Okay. Oh, okay, here you go. And this is what I just got. It says, congratulations, your MacBook Pro is sold. Your shipping label has arrived. And looks like there is something after the item is sold, something is being sent to me, which is the shipping label. And let me try to click the print button and see what happens. And this iPhone is already connected to this wireless printer right here. And let me make sure that it's working. It's on, okay? Okay, and it's on right now. Let me make sure that it is printing out something. So based on the eBay recommendation, I'm going to be shipping this item with USPS Priority Mail medium flat rate box, which I have right here on stage. It's so convenient. And let me get this ready to be shipped while the label is being printed. And actually, let me pretend that I'm going to be shipping this really great product.
Can I keep it?
And the label actually comes out of the printer right here. And I'm going to put this together and ship this to Roy. Here you go.
Thank you.
And actually, after this, the second stage actually is done where the whole fulfilling of the order is done. And then it gets to the first stage where it's the shipping process and the whole thing is being simulated on stage right here. And so actually, you should not be taking this away yet. Let me just take it back in here. So after I start shipping it, you should be able to get some notification, I believe. Can you show us the phone? What you're seeing right there on your phone?
It says, good news, your MacBook Pro is on its way.
Can you just show it to the audience? Thank you. And so since we are not able to use USPS to ship this item to Roy, I'm going to simulate this whole thing on the stage by delivering to him right here. And don't get away with this, okay? And in order for us to simulate the whole delivery experience, we are going to have really convenient way for me to mark this as delivered. Right here. And I pressed the wrong thing right here, okay? And it tells the seller the item is being delivered. Well, actually, it should not happen in the real life. But for demo purpose, we would like to show you the whole delivery process. And after I click that, and after the item is being shipped to the buyer, and then that's what Roy would be seeing on your phone. And what does it say?
Not yet. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, and what is it saying?
Your MacBook Pro has been delivered.
Okay,
It says that.
so that actually completes the whole transaction on stage. And I think we just used less than 10 minutes to complete the whole transaction right here to showcase to you our shipping capabilities. And actually, let me take this back because I don't want to give you the computer.
Can I get my $20?
And you're going to be getting the $20.
Thank you.
Here you go. Okay, so this completes the whole demo for us. And thank you, Roy, for helping me to do the demo. And thanks for a great performance. We were seeing 3 different stages during the whole listing process. And within each stage, there is a shipping service that empowers it. I'm sure you remember when after I scanned the product UPC code, besides all the product information is being populated on the iPhone itself, it also pre-populates it with the shipping service it recommends me to ship it with, which is the USPS Priority Mail. That is empowered by the shipping recommendation services. As a seller, I would like to keep the listing process as short as possible, and I do not need to put any time to do researches and looking for the right service to be used to ship my item. It also gives me the cost, the weight, and dimensions data so that I can actually be hassle-free when I was listing my item. That's what shipping recommendation services would allow us to be doing. Then, after the item is sold, I got a notification saying that I have a label ready for me to print. And this is what I got from the printer after I clicked print. And that is empowered through the postage printing services. because of time constraint, there are two options that I did not share with you on the demo itself, which would give peace of mind to our sellers. And they are insurance and confirmations. For a product like a MacBook Pro, after a seller ships an item, they would like to actually have a peace of mind in case the shipping process has any issue. They would like to purchase insurance with that. And we allow that to happen with our online postage printing service. Also, when the item arrives at the buyer's hand, the seller would like to know, okay, the item actually arrives. And we provide two confirmation services, which is delivery confirmation and signature confirmation, which allow them to know that something is delivered to the buyer. And that is empowered through the postage printing services. Then, at the final stage, after the item is shipped, the buyer actually got a notification after the item is shipped by the seller through our tracking and notification services. The notification is possible because we have tracking on the item itself, so that after we send information to our carrier, we also will be able to send notification to our buyer to give them a peace of mind that their item actually is on their way. Also, by the end of the whole shipping process, after the item delivers, we can notify both the buyer and the seller so that they know that the item has been delivered. And between shipped and delivered, we also have a tracking service to be able to allow both sides to know where exactly the item is at throughout the whole process. And that is empowered through our tracking and notification services. In the last 20 minutes or so, you have seen some of our shipping capabilities through the demo. With our eBay shipping platform, we were able to fulfill some of your shipping needs through our 3 flagship services: the shipping recommendation services, the postage printing services, and the tracking and notification services. Even though they're not magic, they were able to provide seamless and frictionless shipping solutions to empower your business. And this concludes our presentation right here today for the shipping team. And I would like to take any questions right from the audience.
Hi.
Hi.
Does this mean that, is this only for products that have a UPC code? What if you don't have a code?
So I think for demo purpose, we would like to make things as seamless as possible. If you don't have a UPC code, you can actually put in the product itself and search for it. We should be able to find you the right product to be listed on the site.
Hi, is this, I guess, is it limited to a certain shipping carrier? And in terms of the integration options, is it primarily for the web? Is it available openly for any platform?
Okay. For the carriers, so far that we have integrated with in production, we have only done with USPS. Going into the next year, we have plans to integrate with more carriers within the US and overseas as well. And that will be coming. For the second question, if it's going to be only for the web, the answer is no, because we already have the whole thing that is being done on web application, and as you can see just now on the demo, is all on iPhone apps. So regardless of which platform that you have, it doesn't really matter, because we expose services for you to call, and no matter what your front end is going to be, what device that you're going to be, it would actually work. So we will let the client decide what would be the best way for you to expose to be using these capabilities for.
Are you going to provide a freight carrier, items over 100 pounds, a solution for those needs?
For that, we actually we do have that on the web today, and we are working towards a solution that can also be exposed through our services. So we have planned to do that sometime in the next first half of next year, 2012.
Was the shipping recommendation based solely on dimensions and weight against the services by the carrier, in this case USPS? And was the estimate based on an address that you put in previously just for the purpose of estimates?
So the data that we use to do this recommendation is based on all historical data that we have in our database, which is years of data that we can actually process through all the years and to arrive at the actual recommendation. So it's not only based on weight and dimensions. So the next part of the question is if, sorry, can you repeat the second part of the question?
To get the shipping estimate, was that based on some presupposed address that you put into the system?
So I think we are looking at somewhere, well, we are just trying to estimate something maybe between East Coast and West Coast, to kind of give some recommendation right there so that people would have the maximum cost they would need to incur when selling an item. So we actually are still trying to tweak that system to see what is the best way to recommend the cost, because it's always tricky, because we're here in the West Coast, the buyer can be coming from the West Coast or East Coast or somewhere in the Midwest. So we're still trying to learn how to make this better. And so we'll probably would be making more changes going forward. And this service actually is quite new. It just launched in the last month or so.
Can you comment on the API that's available, like what's in the API, et cetera?
So currently, we have some API exposed through our own eBay platform. And we are actually working closely with the X.commerce team to expose those capabilities through that new platform. So we have plans to actually do it in Q1 next year. And we actually have planned to put into a beta mode, putting it in production for roughly 90 days before we expose everything to all our customers to be using going forward. So, and I think we'll be hear some more information from the X.commerce team today and tomorrow and see how the whole plan would go. But on the eBay platform, we do have some service available, especially on the tracking and notification side.
In your demo, you as the shipper manually marked the delivery confirmation, but in a real-world situation, would you use the USPS tracking API so that that's automated so the shipper doesn't have to track it and then set it as delivered?
That's correct. So we know exactly when an item is being shipped and delivered, and we get updates from USPS pretty much throughout the whole day. So whenever we get the confirmation from them that says, okay, this item is delivered, what we will do is to tell the seller, okay, your item is delivered, and tell the buyer, okay, your item is right at the doorstep. And that's the way how we are going to be doing it.
Is this available as a free solution for all sellers? And is there a difference in the actual rate that I would get when shipping an item with this service versus a third-party application?
Okay. That is a product and business question. So I'm not sure if I'm able to answer the question right here on stage. And I think I'd probably like to talk to you offline and maybe get your contact so that I can go back to my business team to get that question answered. But thank you for the question.
Any more questions?
Great. Thank you very much.